What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the tropics this morning, there is nothing going on. Nothing is expected to develop during the next 2 to 7 days, you guys. As we take a look here across the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean, it's fairly quiet here. We do have a lot of moisture across parts of eastern Cuba, around Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And as we move on into the Bahamas, as we have an area of high pressure, as you can see, the counterclockwise motion here across the Atlantic Ocean, you guys, and you can see all the moisture coming up from out of deep South America, you guys, funneling into parts of Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. It should continue to stay wet here across parts of the Western Caribbean on into parts of the Bahamas throughout the remainder of the week. As we go on up here and take a look at the system the National Hurricane Center has been looking at, this is just about dissipated and over with. This will probably be one of their last outlooks on this system as it continues to move on to the northeast into cooler waters. So we have nothing to worry about with that system. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the water vapor imagery, you guys, just to show you all. Look at the high pressure and all of the dry air that's across the tropical Atlantic here, you guys. Nothing is going on or developing anytime soon in that kind of regime here. And look at all the dry air over the Gulf of Mexico as well. Nothing performing that either. Looking across the Eastern Pacific, we don't have no development here expected within the next 7 days as well, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe here at your Weather on the Fly so you can stay up to date and weather aware. As the Storm Prediction Center and the National Hurricane Center pushes out their updates, I have them here quickly posted in my shorts and community section right here at your Weather on the Fly, you guys. Now, as we move into the lower 48, you can see we still have some troughing here across parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast, which is keeping it fairly kind of cool here for this time of year. To say we're now into summer, just about, you guys, and we have some 40s up in 50s across parts of New England here, you guys. So this pattern should start to change within the next few days, you guys. But as of right now, we don't expect this to change anytime soon. We look here out across parts of California. We also have an upper level low that is spinning out here, which has been causing some marginal severe weather across parts of Northern California, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, and all these areas, even across parts of the mountainous areas of California has been seeing some severe weather. This low has also been responsible for the severe weather that we have been seeing in the southern high plains, which will continue on today. And we also have a tongue of severe weather that's going to possibly be from eastern and North Dakota, South Dakota, extending on down to parts of southern Missouri here, you guys. And we will also have that threat of a marginal risk here across parts of the eastern Florida's peninsula. Now, as I pause this, you guys, take these surface plots off so we can get into the convective outlook. Right, we're going to take that off, you guys. All right, and you guys, as you can see here, convective outlook day one up. I guess the water vapor was I'm messing up my vision, you guys. We also have a marginal risk here across parts of the coastal Carolinas here for South Carolina and North Carolina, you guys. So not a very active day of some strong storms that could produce some hail and gusty winds, you guys. So let's go ahead and check out the probability to see just what these storms are going to be doing today in all of these areas. And as you can see, there is no tornado threat. So that is very good news. We're not expecting any tornadoes, but still be on the lookout for an isolated one if you do live within the marginal risk areas. We do have that 5% chance for hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter here across parts of northeastern California, Oregon, Idaho, as well as from parts of eastern North Dakota, South Dakota, on down into central Missouri, as well here across parts of West Texas and eastern New Mexico, and again across the Florida Peninsula and coastal Carolinas for that hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch. Same for winds across all of these marginal risk area. The winds could be pushing 50 to 60 miles per hour with gusts to 70 will be in order for today. No significant tornadoes, wind, or hail within a marginal risk, you guys. So that's always good news as we check the HRRR to see just how these storms are going to continue to materialize throughout the next 48 hours. All right, let's see. All right, you guys, let's see if it comes up. All right, here we go. And we start at 12 o'clock here at your weather on the fly, you guys, at noon Central Daylight Time. And as you can see by the noon hour with that upper system that's spinning over the northeast area that's causing that troughiness over the Great Lakes, you guys, you can see we're going to have some showers possible across New England, even parts of upstate New York, Vermont, in New Hampshire here, you guys. But as we take a look here across parts of the western United States, look across the marginal risks from Idaho, Oregon, into northeast California. Sales will already be ongoing and popping here, even across parts of the Rockies, across around the Denver area, on into parts of Minnesota, extending on down into eastern New Mexico and West Texas here. You can see these cells will be popping as early as the noon hour. Even here up across parts of eastern North Dakota and South Dakota, we can have some showers and isolated strong storms. Even across parts of the eastern Florida Peninsula and coastal Carolinas, these storms will be ongoing, possibly as early as the noon hour, and even some coastal showers here across parts of southern Louisiana. We move on to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, you guys. And as you can see, look here across parts of West Texas, these cells could be producing some isolated hail and locally strong gusty winds here. Still could see some showers and thunderstorms across parts of Oregon. Even up across, look here across extreme northwest Iowa, could have a cluster of thunderstorms around 5, 6 in the afternoon. And also here across parts of the Carolinas, we could still have some showers and thunderstorms going on. We go on into 9, 10, 11 o'clock into the evening hours, you guys. You can see we could still have some showers possibly going on across parts of southern Oregon here. Look across central Minnesota, extending on down into central Iowa. Showers and thunderstorms could be going through the overnight hours, even with some scattered showers across parts of central and southeastern Missouri, extending on into parts of western Tennessee. We head into the overnight hours. You guys, 3, 4 in the morning, everything starts to quiet down just about. Maybe a few showers still left over across parts of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa here, you guys. But as we get into convective outlook day 2, which will be for tomorrow, Thursday, you can see the Storm Prediction Center. We yet again have a marginal risk of severe weather across parts of extreme eastern Washington, northern Idaho, and across much of Montana here, you guys. Another little area of possible severe weather across parts of eastern North Dakota and South Dakota again for tomorrow. A marginal risk will be across parts of central and southeast Texas, the Houston area. Jacksonville, southern Georgia will also be within that marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow, you guys. And as we check to see what these storms are going to most likely be doing, there's no tornado threat for tomorrow. The hail for 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter, 5% across each section of these marginal risk here, and also the same for the wind, a 5% chance of winds pushing 50 to 60, gusting to 70. As we continue to HRRR out, you guys, to about the noon hour. All right, let's get it to load. All right, as you can see, you guys, by the time we get to Thursday around the noon time, look at all the showers and thunderstorm that's going to be here across parts of the Pacific Northwest, northern Idaho, Montana. And look here, even across parts of North Dakota here, East Central North Dakota, these cells could be producing some strong damaging winds and isolated hail hill up here near the U.S.-Canadian border. As we get here down towards central and southeast Texas around the noon hours, cells will be starting to develop around the Houston area. Isolated hail and gusty winds could be in order. As we move into the afternoon tomorrow, you guys, you can see not too much going on across southeast Texas here. Still probably have a cluster of showers and thunderstorms to the northwest of Houston ongoing. May have some showers here across parts of the coastal Carolinas here. A few cells popping up across southern Georgia. With this marginal risk, we have to be on the lookout for some hail and isolated gusty winds here. And as you can see across parts of North Dakota and South Dakota, we still going to have these strong clusters of showers and thunderstorms producing hail and some locally gusty winds, as well as across parts of Montana and northern Idaho. We go on all the way out to as far as the HRRR will take us out, which will be 1 a.m. on Friday, overnight Thursday into Friday. And you can see pretty much quiet here across the U.S. Just some scattered showers, maybe littered across parts of northern Minnesota here, you guys, and even up across parts of Washington, Oregon, and extreme northern Nevada may have some showers overnight. But what that will do is segue us into convective outlook day 3. As you can see for convective outlook day 3, so far the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk for parts of the Texas Oklahoma Panhandle, extreme parts of southwest Kansas. You guys, I was forgetting the state there real quick, and we also have a marginal risk here across parts of the Florida Panhandle and the eastern coast of the Florida's peninsula here, Jacksonville and Miami will be in that risk for some severe weather on Friday. And as we also go on out to convective outlook day 4, you guys, you can see the Storm Prediction Center out ahead is already have a 15% chance across Dallas, Oklahoma City. So you guys across parts of west central Oklahoma, parts of north central Texas here, you guys, on Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, convective outlook day 4, which will be Saturday, June 10th. We will have this severe weather right here across parts of the southern plains. You guys, this severe weather threat will probably start to revamp back up again as we head into next week. So everyone, please be sure to share. Please be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date and weather aware. That's going to be it for this one, you guys. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.